All right, trying something new. How are you guys doing? Uh, oh, coffee. Okay. Welcome to the Wise One channel. I am Lady Caren, your host. And today, on this frigid cold day, it's Thursday. So much closer to Friday for those who live by the weekday. All right. All right, I put this up. I fashioned it to sort of stand, and we'll see what this does. So there should be less camera shaking. For some reason, my camera is slow. It feels choppy. It feels like the frames are low frames per minute quality. All right, so this has to go someplace. Um, oh, it's all tangled. Isn't that great? All right. Snap, crackle, pop. I should have exercised before this instead of this. Okay. Can you hear me now? Hopefully I don't hit the mute button with it like yup. How are you guys doing? Lovely Wednesday morning. Winter. Lots of people have snow that don't normally have snow. Uh, Mother Nature is growing and the seasons are changing. Uh, we are going to do our Sacred Circle Tarot deck by Anna Franklin. It's the only one I got. I don't get paid for this, so it's the one I got. I hope California has wonderful weather today. Let's see. Cut the deck. Oh, I'm so used to nobody asking questions. Let's try this again. If you have a question for the tarot deck, a one card draw, it's free. Then ask I don't do medical questions, so if you have medical questions, you definitely need a doctor or a diagnosis. If you don't have a proper diagnosis, things go wonky. So I'll wait for question. If there's no question in the morning, I'll do a general just draw. All right, it is right side up. It is Discord, 3 of Swords. Yeah, no, it's pretty. All right. Yeah. Discs. Swords, beginning. 6 of Swords. 4 of Swords. 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords indicates that things have reached rock bottom. Your life is taking up quarrels and upheavals. You feel your great sorrow at the dislocation of cherished friendships and relationships. Partnerships are breaking up, and separation and divorce are possible. Again, not a very accurate card this morning. You may feel you have researched the limits of your abundance or endurance. Do not despair. This situation has arisen because things could go on forever as they were. Things are out in the open now, and you can only get better from this point. If you work magically or spiritually with other people, this card indicates the ending of each group and partnership, of that ending of such group and partnership. So you're moving on spiritually. I'm not working with any groups. But you know what? It's okay. Kind of want to do it again. Kind of don't. Doo-doo-doo. I haven't done that before. All right. So, if you'll excuse me, I have to go find my tarot cards. Got all of them. All right. These four. They just dropped out. Let's read them. Because I've never done that. I've never just dropped them that I can recall. I probably have, and just never recalled it. Okay. We have dedication, 3 of discs. We have movement, Knight of Cups, reversed. We have water, King of Cups, and the Druid. Usually I do a 3-card drop. So dropping 4 cards. Just have fun with this. Means that I probably need to move up to more than 1 card. All right, 3 of disc, dedication. All right, the 3 of disc is the card of craftsmanship, including the writer and the artist. In the age of the mass production, these skills are not as honored as they once were, when they were tinged with magical mystique. The craftsman's ability and the hard work, natural inclinations and abilities have to be trained, honed, and refined. Imagine the difficulties that faced the creator of the Gunderstop cauldron. Oh, okay. I didn't know that the cauldron had a type of name. Who had no modern tools or machineries to him, and went. Yet he still managed to produce one of the most beautiful artifacts we know. The card speaks of the dedication and pure hard work necessary to be transformed, or necessary to be a craftsman. If you are prepared to expend this tremendous effort, you will gain the admiration and acclaim of your peers. You certainly have the raw talent, but your skills need to be trained and developed. Yeah, that would explain why I'm getting like a 4-card accidental. I mean, they dropped. They could have just dropped, or it could be a sign. Either way, it could mean that I need to up my game. Okay, the card speaks of the dedication. Lost my spot. Okay. As with all 3, this card marks the completion of the first part of the life journey, and you are entitled to congratulate yourself for what you have achieved so far. But bear in mind that there is more to come, and you should approach the future with resolve and careful consideration. Spiritually, this card shows that you have made certain amount of progress through natural ability. To go further, you must apply some discipline and methods of working and commit yourself to following them. Indeed, I don't disagree. It may be that you need to find a teacher or a group of like-minded people to help you. That'll be interesting, finding a group of like-minded people. I know they're out there, but during COVID-19, it seems weird that if you're not already in a group virtually, that, there aren't many like, here, join our virtual group. Facebook's advertising. I said Facebook. Oh, there's a Facebook pop-up. This is worse than Futurama. Okay. Knight of Cups. Movement. Reversed. Oh, we opened right up to it. The Knight of Cups. Why are these ones with the long explanations? With like lots to read. So, let me talk about training and honing here. The Knight of Cups is warning you about an untrustworthy man in your life. He is idle, selfish, and incapable of telling the truth. He is too lazy to actually achieve anything, but he just dreams about it and talks about it and telling himself that he is preparing himself for the opportunity to arise. If you're not careful, he will obtain money from you on false pretense. Perhaps the above is describing you. Are you in danger of retreating from participating in life, escaping through drugs or alcohol abuse or into dreams? If so, you may experience episodes of dependency and nightmares. Take a lesson from these otter, who is a creature of both water and earth, supple and fluid, but quick and purposeful. You need to bring more to the earth element into your life. Get involved in practice projects that demand physical labor and connect with the earth. Yeah, sure. So more to come. Get quick, get purposeful, and get into it. All right. Water, King of Cups. Okay. Cups. So the Knight of Cups and then the King of Cups. The divine meaning. Another page. The King of Cups represents the quintessential power of water. He is calling to you to develop the watery part of yourself, to explore the depths of your feeling, and to be willing to show your emotions. I show my emotions, and most people call me crazy because I had an emotional response. He is the only one of the kings to have acknowledged the feminine side of his nature, his capacity for nurturing, affection, empathy, and intuition. His dog is the loyal and loving companion. I don't have a dog. Uh, and his lesson to teach. He is calling to you to show loyalty and consistency to some person or object. Dogs call on you to be friendly and loving. Dog calls on you to be friendly and loving. I can do that, right? Well, I mean, I have that in me to be friendly and yeah, friendly and loving. You have been reckless and unsociable. I can't get called out. You are being too cynical? Are you being too cynical? Are you being self-righteous at the expense of others? Do you have the feeling that the whole world is against you and that everyone has alternative motives? No. But yeah, not really. Nobody's against me. They're too wrapped up in themselves. Nobody cares about me enough to, be against me. If they have time to be against me and have, out to destroy me, then they have too much time on their hands and they need to go get busy with something else. Ah. Perhaps you've been working too hard for a good cause and neglecting yourself. The King of Cups may make his influence felt in your life in the shape of an actual person. He is a mature man, immensely concerned with relationship, who often seeks to help others to terms with their own emotion problems as a social worker or therapist. Like many such concerned people, his own personal life is not without problems. His depth of compassion takes him moody and sensitive. Oh, makes him moody and sensitive, and he probably chosen his vocation deep because a deep hurt in his own past enables him to empathize with others. He's the There is chocolate on my cup. How do I know? Because there's chocolate in my book. Ah, chocolate. Because he finds it hard to trust people and impossible to fully relinquish control. However, he is always willing to talk and help you explore your feelings and come to terms with them. If you need support of more practical nature, it might be best to look elsewhere. The Druid. 5. The Druid. Stretch. I don't know. Oh, Green Man is 0. 2. The High Priestess. Wow, that was a lot written on 1. The Lord. The Druid. Okay. Symbolism, divine meaning. It's only 3/4 of a page. Okay, the Druid is a spiritual teacher within you recognizes the necessity of opposite and balance. This card emphasizes your need to bring into harmony your relationship with your natural world, with the material world, and the ordinary consciousness of the realm of spirit. Each person expectance of the divine experience with the divine is different, and every individual must work through their spiritual development in their own way. The Druid within tells you you must define your own balance. It cannot be achieved by following dogma or set practices. If the card is if the card of the Druid appears in your spread, it indicates new opportunities will arise for you and will leave the chance to put your ideas into practice. It'll leave you the chance to put your ideas into practice. This will give you the chance to demonstrate your expertise and give confidence a huge boost. Your card may herald the opportunity to learn skills from helpful teachers, particularly the area of science and medicine. This also is a promising card for those with ambitions in the area of performing arts, as an indication new inspiration and exceptional talent. Spiritually, the Druid card that indicates diverse inspiration. You could be called upon to explore your own spiritual heritage, which is bound up with the land you live in, which is bound up with the land you live in and the earth you walk on. The old ways, lost from their sight of mankind, kept the secret by the spirit of the ancient forest and sacred wells and springs. buried in the earth, blown in the winds and carried by the trees and herbs and animals. These are the energies that come directly from the primal source of the divine, pure and unsullied by dogmas, misrepresentations, and misunderstandings of the mankind, of humankind. Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's try this again without dropping any cards, shall we? Is anybody else ready to start Wednesday, Thursday? Today's Thursday. Anybody else ready to start Thursday? I'm ready to restart Wednesday. Yay! Yeah. I need to make everything look pretty around here. Uh, I still have sleep in my eyes. The alarm went off and I laid in bed. I wasn't asleep. I just sat there and laid in bed. Uh, um, adjusting everything on the table. You can practically see the table, but not quite. I've got a bar there. If it's showing everything on the table, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Clean up. Breathe. We got this. We got Thursday. It's almost Friday. It's halfway, just past halfway through the month. So we got a while to go until March, till spring. So if there's anything you want to do with your winter, you should do it now. I still haven't gone out to build that igloo. Thinking about it. I don't like the snow. I don't like the cold. I don't like the uh, freezing tundra. Huh, that's into it. Good said with an accent. Okay, that's what that is. Alright, not getting sucked in. Not getting sucked in. What were we going to talk about today? I don't understand why I have so much crap on here. Hmm. I was gonna come up with an email list and I didn't do that. Kind of avoid email subscriptions, but then if you find somebody you really like, the fact that social media can just bump you off. Okay. Do, 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 do. I still have to talk to my dad about those lights. Okay, so today is Thursday, so let's learn about Thursday, shall we? Alright. Mars is Wednesday. Alright, so Thursday. Alright. Email, newsletter, that's what I need to just, you get all this in a newsletter and you don't have to hear me every day. Alright. Thursday. Good morning. It says good morning to me. Oh my gosh. The frustration when you go and you set everything up and you like those preferred settings and then they're all erased. Ay. Okay. Thursday. Alright. Okay. Planets Association. Okay. Thursday Planet Day. Just Google search that. Okay. Thursday is Juniper. Juniper. Thursday, isn't it? Thursday. Yep, today is Thursday. Norse god. Believe gave his eye up for secret knowledge, and hence why with wink wink. Thursday. So we're gonna put Thursday. Do, 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 do. So, planet that rules. Cafeastrology.com. Sounds like a good website. The days of the week and their governing planets. Future analyzer and analyzer. Analyzer. I could talk. Really, I can. Do, 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 do. Okay. Juniper. Travel and learn. I don't know. That is not. Cafe of the week is not what I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, that's a good one to look up. Why are there 7 days time and why are there 7 days in a week? Time and date. Planetary hours. Don't drop that. Don't lose this. Okay. Color. Stay. Orange and brown in Thailand. Eh, orange and brown. And brown. I've got the brown skirt. Uh, already on it. Okay. Gray for Wednesday. Okay. So we have the planet, the color, 19 minutes to home. Huh. Yeah, I gotta switch all that up. I got some settings on here that are wonk. Like these, some of these settings are like from like years ago. And then some of these settings are from like today. And everything's all confused. Like it wouldn't give me my messages yesterday. Last night, we sat there and we waited and waited and waited for something and it never showed up. So 4 o'clock in the morning, I get up, check my phone, and then it gives it to me. Pissed at Google right now. It's probably my fault. I probably messed with settings to like try to not to get emails, but I was supposed to get text alerts. And so I have to go back into the settings because I was getting text alerts, emails, and like 5 different notifications for one text. So I went in there and I changed it just to text because I wanted to be notified, but I did not want to be notified 5 times. So it started the Instagram. I'll just have to put a link down where it says edit because yeah, I'd started doing that on social media. Started, like everybody's like, yeah, but I put it on Instagram and like, so I'm trying to do because I'm in the busy doing things. So I'm thinking about just putting in Instagram little cute little pictures of like the meals that I make and, when I do dishes so that instead of like, oh, you can do dishes and keep your house clean, you guys should actually see, the doing the dishes, the more, the doing the, when to take the laundry, how long it actually takes, the everyday things that would take, like when you're depressed, it takes like over 8 hours to do something. And then when you're not, how it quickly goes, you know, and how the world is vastly different for one person than it is for the other person. Uh, it's amazing. When you think everybody should just do it this way. And the thing is, it doesn't fit for everybody else. So what's good for you isn't always good for somebody else. I still remember the toilet paper. They're like, oh yeah, this is just better toilet paper. Like, yeah, it's better toilet paper for you, whatever with your way you buy things. Because they have a certain store and that store has perks and stuff. So, or it has the program, the saving program. And I'm like, yeah, that works for your saving program. I don't shop there as much until I did the math, where even with the saving program, because I was into the saving program, I'm like, look how much I saved. And I'm like, how much did I really spend? How much I spent, how much I saved. But honestly, how much I spent versus how much I spent on the same stuff, if not more, for so much less at a different store that didn't have the program. So I was, yeah. So I switched. I still have that program, and I still, every once in a while I go to get stuff because Wick doesn't go, the other store doesn't do Wick. So I have to go to the other store for Wick. But yeah, so I try to go to try to find the most affordable, most efficient. And that's another thing that I try to do and I try to iterate is to, instead of just spend, to generate the economy. I'm on a different budget, so I try to spend wisely, um, to healthy spend. I mean, there's capitalism, there's, this type of economics but the inflations, the harm that comes from the inflation's popping, where you have so much less. So if you spend your money to jump up in commerce, the thing is, you're going to end up needing government assistance or you're going to end up so broke that you're not going to make it. So the fun part is you got to spend more towards what you need. So then, in a healthy way, um, the stuff that you spend money on will inflate. So if you're spending money on McDonald's, everybody goes and gets a job at McDonald's. Everybody eats at McDonald's, and either McDonald's offers healthy menu options at an affordable price, or we all end up needing to be paid for McDonald's, but we quit eating at McDonald's because you can't spend food stamps at McDonald's, but you're paid enough that just enough to work at McDonald's that McDonald's is filling out the paperwork. Your McDonald's employee is filling out the paperwork for your government assist. It doesn't make sense. So then all their money, even though they're currently a conglomerate, is going where they start paying out more money than people are paying in. And it's a balance of what seems like tons of money coming in. They get like millions of dollars a day. Um, and they produce and produce and produce and produce and produce. Uh, it's not sustainable. I mean, they realize kids get sick from eating their food that hasn't had a healthy process, that isn't beneficial. So eventually, you just take from McDonald's, because I remember working at McDonald's at one point and getting food stamps, and that, I did buy McDonald's, but if I was smart and I had self-control, it wouldn't be buying a McDonald's, it would be McDonald's would be paying me, the government would be paying me, and my money would be going, because of food stamps, would be going to the store, into the grocery store. The grocery store stayed open during the COVID, so it's doesn't make it less safe or more safe. So the store is this nice little cesspool. They wipe things down, they have to. It's now a requirement. And they clean everything. But whenever you get a crowd of people, no matter how much they make people wait to get in, it's still a place, you want to avoid people. So if anything, I think what I'm going to do is I wonder if I could do like getting it delivered on food stamps and WIC. Because you'd still have to go in there and you're poor, and yeah, poor people die out because they're more susceptible. Poor people and it's like the emergency people that were unfortunately in that pileup. Um, the the people that were in scrubs going to work, they were just not planning on getting there in an ambulance. They were planning on getting there so they could take people out of an ambulance if need be. So, the thing is, we have to figure out economically where to spend our money and how we receive our money and how we receive our paycheck and how we do, So if you can't afford to sit there and spend money, then you probably shouldn't spend money in places just to boost the economy because that's not sustainable in the long term. I mean, Rome could fall, any other sort of conglomerate, just because they have power doesn't mean they're not unfathomable. People are like companies aren't people. AIs are not running companies. AIs are working for companies right now. The fact that I'm being spammed by jobs like alerts that don't lead to actual jobs, they just lead to more like, oh, look at this job. Oh, all right, fill out this so that we can find you more jobs. Those are employed where somebody worked the AI, where somebody paid somebody else to write the code to work the AI. So if you think about it, AIs are not running they're not companies. I mean, is it they're so isolated, like the oh, what's the islands? Galap Galapagos Islands, where the seals became a different species. They could no longer the seals, outside of the Galapagos Islands versus the seals in the Galapagos Islands could not have babies together. Are people that run companies no longer able to make babies with somebody who's not in a company? Are they no longer human? There's humans running companies, and they have to sit there, and the fact that they want to ignore the fact that because they're sitting there up to the top where it just looks like money is being shuffled and shell gamed and all that other stuff, it's not sustainable if they don't invest in the resources of where that money, that income is coming from. I was watching, um, I think it was on YouTube. Where was it? National Geographics and the History Channel. It was a playlist. It just played right into each other. The history of Mayans and the Sumerians and how the Arcadians took over and the Gudi took over. They took their resources, but they did not invest in where those resources came from. And that led to warfare. That led to famine. That led to, in the middle of a drought, that led to not being able to continuously supply. So I'm at this point where I think it's stupid to go out and just willy-nilly, you know, spend money or make money, you know, without thinking ahead. The money you spend needs to go into where it'll be sustainable, where you want to spend your money into. Mostly with a WIC, here's what you do. You won't always have WIC. You won't always have food stamps. And there's a million people going out there about to be poor, if not becoming poor already, due to past economic straits. So I've decided to grow my own food. It's a portion of it. It's not like I won't still maintain, going and getting flour, sugar, getting other supplies that we need. But growing our own food means that should anything happen, At least we're not going to starve to death. The fun part is I have no idea where I'm going to put these plants. So that is sustainable. The fact that WIC will pay for organic fruits and vegetables. I'm going to grow those kitchen scraps. It's happened. I've started it. I just have to maintain it. The squash did not flower any females, so it was lovely flower um, sprouts, and it's gorgeous, and it's yeah, and that's not bad. It's a continuously. I just flower it all day. This pretty squash. It just flowers, and then the flower dies naturally on the vine, and because it has nothing to pollinate. I was going to hand pollinate, but there was nothing to pollinate, so I just have lovely flowers. But so the thing is to grow heirloom if I can get it. If I can get some nice organic fruits and vegetables that are non-GMO, if possible, and WIC covers it. And the thing is, WIC's not going to be there forever, so it's not abusing the system if I grow it and then figure out how to later on sell it on a stand or things like that. And that's the best way that I can do that. It's not the most profitable. I'm not sitting there thinking, oh, I'm going to make so much money from all these fruits and vegetables and herbs and spices that I'm going to sell. I might make enough to make essential oils. That's a ton. That's like a whole, yeah, no, probably not. But yet, getting an apothecary is important too. So growing spices, herbs and spices, the fact that, yes, I can just pick them up from the store, how much money does it really save me? I've been in a situation where a quarter can make or break you. I don't recommend it. Um, but yeah, it's definitely something we should do, and it's something I should post on Instagram, and something we should do videos about. If I get more videos, get more editing done, or get enough money, I think what I'm going to do is when I make enough money, like how people like buy equipment, I'm going to pay somebody to edit my videos. Yeah. So that'll be that. That'll be done. We are at 6:54. Doo doo doo. Ooh, motorsports.com. Okay. But yeah, so we have to invest wisely. We have to figure out what'll help us later on. Uh, so that we can invest in land. And we will figure it out. We will get what we need to do. And we won't stop. Never give up. We will work with what we have. And yeah. Thinking of all the things I have to do. Thinking about all the, items that I have to put up on for sale and see if I can do this weekend. Because I noticed that it's really slow during the week because people work during the week. That's good. But yeah, I need to clean. And it's better if I go systematic and craft and do things, more efficiently. Like what can sell. I've been working on the rug, scrap rug, rag rug, whatever it is, with the burlap and everything. I still need to do the quilts. Yeah, so much time that I work on each of those. But we can get it. We can get it done. We can get it organized. We can get all that on there. Never give up. We will do this one day at a time. Work towards our goal and keep that up, you know? I believe in us. That's the difference, is the way people behave when they're believed in. Even if they need somebody else to believe in themselves, and even if we need to believe in ourselves. I mean, the way we behave. If you tell somebody they're worthless, the way they behave versus have if you tell somebody you believe in them and you support them, and yeah, I mean it's the way we react. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Tomorrow we will see. Yes, come here. Come here. Tomorrow we will totally see how well uh, we do. And I will try to get certain segments like the meditation segments and all that other stuff going. And yeah, don't give up on your dream. Just keep working towards your dream. Yeah, we can do this. We can totally do this. Yeah. I'm like looking at like, oh, what all do I need to do? And yes, I can do it. I won't give up. New. I will not give up. Okay. All right. Got this. Love you. Love you guys. You guys have a good one.